Hey guys, we're going to pull this wheel cylinder out. This is that one wheel that was really dragging, although like none of them were in good shape on the wheel cylinders. I'll show you guys that. Many times these things have been sitting around for a long time. Take a look at these rubbers. When they start doing, you see a bunch of crud coming out of there. It's because that piston in there can't return and they leaked. And then slowly you step on the brake and it doesn't return. More and more the wheel drags until you're stuck on the side of the road with the wheel smoking and a stuck brake. Not yet. I'm going to turn hard to the last thread. There it is. Last thread. Fought right to the end. There we go. This one does not want to give up easy. I just open up these shoes a little bit. Wiggle your cylinder out. I always try to catch my lines first if I can. I just snugged that a little because we're probably going to have to loosen it to get the smaller bolts in. See how it goes, but a little more. Well, this one's going to be a fight, guys. It's never going to be easy. This thing is just going to fight, fight, fight. Finally, you. Yeah, guys, we're putting new wheel cylinders in this so we can kind of ride it around for now. I don't want to put the money into shoes and stuff because we're going to do a disc brake conversion. So I don't want to just throw money at this and to be wasted. I need a regular open on that one. Yeah, there we go. And if you crank this wheel back and forth real fast, it'll put a bunch of air in there and push out all your power steering fluid onto the floor. Okay, I'm gonna put this back. Okay, I like it. Alright guys, that's it for now. I'll throw this drum back on, and then I'll have a bunch of those on the bench. We'll look at the corrosion, and I'll talk about that a little bit, and we'll do that. Okay, see ya. We're at the bench here, the wheel cylinders. That's one out of the car that's completely packed full of crap. Here's the one I smashed apart. Show you guys the bore. This one actually could probably be saved, but you can hone them out and get a rebuild kit. Comes with the piston cups, the spring and stuff. Usually not the pistons themselves, but maybe sometimes, I'm not really sure. The price in the kit to the whole cylinder, I couldn't find these kits. Usually they're really cheap. I couldn't find the kits. They were like $8, and the whole new cylinder was like 10 and some change. So we went with the 10 and change. But yeah, anyway, so when these are in the car and they've been sitting for a real long time, dissimilar metals will start to corrode in there, and then the seals don't seal so good, and then the brake fluid leaks past, and you end up with all this crap, and then they bind up. Once they start binding up, here's one that's kind of bound. Let's see the piston. I drove that in some. I was trying to get this one apart. It just wasn't going to come apart. But so when they're all crudded up like that, the fluid is supposed to, I'll use my brake spoon for a little pointer here. So the fluid's supposed to enter this, and then it gets in between these two caps. Those caps expand as you press the pedal, so they'll open up, and then this pushes on the shoe. The little push rod arm will push on the shoe and open the shoe against the drum, stopping the car. After they sit for a long time and you end up with all that stuff in there, sometimes they're not bound completely solid. Well, this will move. Well, they'll move out some. They'll get the brake against the drum, you know, maybe slow you down, but when you release, that's got so much crap in there. It rode over the top of all the crap in that bore and actually bound this piston from returning. So it'll hold the brake on. The more you drive, the hotter it gets. Then you end up smoking brakes or fire in some cases, I guess. Yeah, you don't want any of that stuff to happen. So, but that's kind of where we were at with this, with all the cylinders. I wanted to show you the crud, and that's how you usually end up bound up. On a front wheel, you really notice it, because if it starts binding up like that, the car will end up with a pole that's incredible to one side from that one brake dragging. The rear, you don't really notice it. You'd notice it if the car don't have a lot of power, and then it just won't move anymore, or it just keeps getting worse and the wheel's smoking and you're done. But yeah, that's kind of how you get in trouble with these after they've been sitting for a long time. You know, you can bleed the brakes, get it working, get out on the road, and sometimes you make it where you're going. Sometimes you end up smoking on the side of the road. But that's how they work, guys. pistons, piston caps, your spring, and it's pretty much that's it. It's just a hydraulic cylinder. Fluid comes in, opens those, puts the brake on. Pretty basic. Then you have all your nice dissimilar metal corrosion happening, because these ain't steel and that is. So, but yeah, that's kind of how they work, guys. All right, see ya. Hey guys, we're adjusting these drum brakes today. I like these calipers for adjusting. Just kind of, you set it up in there, find the tight spot, so it's nice. And then you got a measurement there that'll give you a measurement. And you take it over to your car. And you use the opposite side right over those shoes. Right, and they should just barely clear. When you do that measurement, you have to minus a little bit from the drum to the shoe. So it's like however you like your pedal, but I like it as high as possible. And then it should just barely clear. And then when you put the drum on, you don't have to mess around doing all that adjusting and everything. And it keeps all four wheels, if you adjust them the same each time, you know, each wheel the same way, it all has the same clearance. So you have a nice high pedal, and when you step on it, the car doesn't dart left or right, or if you're skidding, it doesn't want to spin out or do anything too weird. This usually keeps it pretty nice. I like them. I used to do it the old way, just click, click, click until it drags. Good enough, but I have found that this is a little bit better in keeping the car skidding pretty straight. All right, see ya.